One thing I've been on the hunt for, the perfect solution, has been a really good audio recording device that can both work for content and it can also work for recording song ideas and live performances. So today I'm working with Tascam to review their Portacapture X6. And I've done a few videos with a few different products like this, so I'm not really a noob to these types of things. So I'm really curious to see how this specific one is gonna be. So I would love something that I could kind of take my film setup on the go, that I could still create song ideas, and also for me and my sister's band that we could create a way to record our live performances to use for our portfolio for getting new gigs. So I'm gonna be checking it out in these 3 different categories: live performance, song ideas, and then making content. So let's see how it does and let's jump into it. So here is the Portacapture X6 here, and as you can see, we have a lot of options here for it. They have XLR inputs, so like theoretically you could plug in a mic and just record it directly in here. There is obviously these mics on top that you can either do like a stereo XY kind of sound, or you can flip them around and do like a more wide angle of it. I feel like I'm probably gonna end up doing the X shape more. You have these like simple play buttons here, and it is a touch screen. We also have USB connection, and we have a way to connect like a 1/8 inch, like a mic input, so I could directly put it into my camera theoretically, and volume. So it's has like a lot of different options. So I would say already this is a pro and a con in my opinion. It seems like you can record it. It's very compatible with a lot of different things, but it might take you like having a few of those things to be able to do all those options, if that makes sense. So here's a quick shot of all the extra accessories that I needed to use with this for this video that did not come with the Portacapture. So first thing, I needed a micro SD card in order to record the audio on it, which could be plugged in directly to my computer. So that's like a memory card for your camera. I needed headphones to actually listen to it from the Portacapture since it doesn't have a speaker. I needed an 1/8 inch aux cable to connect it into my camera to record audio directly into that, an XLR cable to record into a mic, and lastly, a Tascam Bluetooth connector if you want to connect it to the app on your phone, but more on that part later. So the first thing that I'm going to be trying is seeing how it sounds with my Sony a6400 camera to use for content. So this is directly into the camera, and I'm going to then compare it with my shotgun mic that is just like my cheap Amazon shotgun mic that I normally use plugged into my camera. All right, so here is how my audio sounds with that shotgun mic plugged in. I may be like 3 feet away from my camera, so this is just pointed straight at me and just talking into it. All right, so here is me speaking directly into the Portacapture. So we'll see, I guess when I edit this back, if this does sound clearer. Here's it a little bit closer towards me. I'm not sure if it's gonna be overdriving here, but I might have to play around with where exactly this went in my room to really pick up my audio, but I'll play this back and see if it's working. So next I'm gonna be trying with my guitar, recording some song ideas, and I feel like if this sounds good, it could be very easy. You know, I have a lot of like big bags and stuff. I could just stuff this in there and get some high quality recordings if I'm like out and about. So I'm going to try this one, recording directly in here. So they say you have to have this micro SD card. So like if you have, can you see that? A little memory card like this that goes to your camera, this little part just pops out, whoop, and then we're just going to put it in the side here. So from here, I'm going to go to my launcher. So I can go to my different settings, and I'm gonna go to music. You have option of adding a couple different types of reverb, which is really cool. Adjusting the gain, looks like I could bring mine up a little bit. And I'm gonna see how this would sound by pressing play and record and everything on here. That's how you record it to the memory card, and see how my guitar would sound playing like an easy little song idea. So the audio that you just heard is going to be from the Portacapture. I'm going to match this up post-production because you can just pop this memory card in your computer and match it up with your video. I use Final Cut Pro, so that's how I'll do that. So trying this with the reverb, there's large hall, small hall, room, studio, plate 1, and plate 2. Let's try room. I can play that. Let's hear how it sounds. Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. There's no speakers on here. So in order to hear it back, I will need headphones, so that's really good to know. It's definitely a lot clearer than my voice memo recordings, which is how normally I will record song ideas. Okay, so I just spent a while trying to figure out how to get my USB to connect from the Portacapture to my phone. I tried all these different things in the settings and accessibility and assisted touch and clearing my USB. I tried my husband's phone. But then I finally ran into a video on YouTube that the guy said in order to get that connection to happen, he had to then power his USB like adapter, which just felt too complicated to me. So in order to get this synced up with my phone, I think maybe the simpler thing would just be using my micro SD card in the Tascam and recording a video on my phone. Next thing I'm gonna do is see how this might work for a small gig, like a coffee shop gig. My sister is living her best life right now in Italy, so my singer is not here, so I'm gonna do some guitar noodles, and I'm gonna try one with just a Shure SM58 plugged in directly to the Portacapture with my acoustic. And then I'm gonna try doing like more of a speaker setup and see how that sounds. You can tell how loud my backyard is. I have someone mowing in the background. I have a mockingbird like screaming its lungs out over there. So very loud out here. So I'm just going to try sitting on my little bench here. I'm going to plug in my mic into the Portacapture and set up my camera. Can't pretend it isn't obvious, no poker face. Put on that dress, I was falling in that type of girl cliche. All right, so I've set things up sort of like I would at a coffee shop style gig. So I'm just running through my Vox AC 10C1, and then I just have one of my PA speakers set up. And I'm just gonna kind of see how this would sound me playing through as if I was playing an actual gig. Can't pretend it isn't obvious, got no poker face. And I know when I put on that dress, I was falling in that type of girl cliche. I've been following you with my eyes, I'm off to a flame. Overview, after just kind of using this Tascam Portacapture X6 for a bit, here's kind of my thoughts on it. I think that the audio of it sounds really great, and it's really handy for somebody that's gonna wanna just like set it up, have their memory card in there, play, and have a great sounding recording, and can also edit it in a music editing software. Like it can import as WAV files, which is cool. There's a lot of options on it, which is really neat. I would say this is not for somebody who doesn't like things that have a lot of options. One con to this is I found myself having to kind of try to like figure out certain things about it. And then I also felt like there was like a lot of little accessories that I needed that were not included with it. For somebody like me that has a lot of experience around pedals and gear, I felt like I had a pretty easy time figuring it out, but there were certain things that were not as intuitive as I might have thought. So overall, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I hope that this video helped you if you were looking at this. Overall, I think it was a really cool product to use, and I like that it's like a high quality and very easy. It's like about the size of an iPhone, easy to pack with you option here. So let me know your thoughts at the bottom. I would love to hear it if you have one of these and what you use it for. And thank you guys so much as always for watching.